And hello there. Let's keep your week rolling just right with the right mix of news and conversations. Now, whether you're catching us online, on TV, or on the radio, hop on, join the chat. I'm Paolo de Rosario.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. We are simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM. Here's your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. Welcome to
Beautiful Day! All right, so we got a jam-packed show, but then I
Yes.
also want to remind everyone why we're wearing at least splashes of pink today. Wala akong pink suit eh.
Meron ka namang pink.
may-
What do you
may
call
splash
that?
of pink. Pocket square.
Pocket square. There you go. Pink pocket square for Pow today. Well, because today is Pink at Work Day. So October 24, everybody wears pink at work because
Yes.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And they're actually, celebrating this particular day wearing pink just to increase awareness on the disease, breast
Of course.
cancer.
And the reason why we want to bring that up is because, syempre, we actually had splashes of pink already earlier this week. And we're not
Yes.
outfit repeaters without the cause. Diba? So,
That's right. So we're repeating our colors just because today is Pink at Work Day. So if you're just about to step out of your houses, you might want to wear something pink today at work.
Of
In
course.
celebration of October Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
yes, that's true. And it's just proof that we don't just wear pink on Wednesdays. But of course, we have a
Yes.
lot of guests today. Jam-packed show, actually. Grabe. So we have, if you're a fan of gata, coconuts in
I am
general,
a fan of gata.
we have
Ooh.
a great guest for you here today from
That's right.
CocoKusina.
For What's Cooking, we are going to be talking about the versatility of coconut in Filipino cuisine according to the coconut queen herself, Riza Matibag-Muyot. So,
The Boo Queen.
Yeah, Chef Riza's going to join us later. And I think she has some sample dishes for
Yes.
us to try.
Yes, which you are going to scarf down by yourself, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
I'm
I
excited
love
for that.
coconut anyway.
Yes, sir.
So that's happening later for What's Cooking.
Of course, and of course, after you eat, you have to clean up, right? And
Yes.
sakto, because on Weather HQ, we're going to be talking about International Coastal Cleanup 2025. So we're going to have someone from DENR, the Biodiversity Management Bureau, to talk about yung collective action natin to be able to safeguard or at least keep clean yung mga coastlines natin.
I love that segue from eating and then to cleaning up.
Oo, so ano yung segue natin sa susunod?
We're just gonna enjoy the music.
Ayon.
Yes, because we'll have Day Mix again later with a good friend of mine joining us, Pow Chavez, the genius behind Pantropiko, Paligoy-Ligoy, and a lot more hits. So mamaya, kakanta siya for us.
Yeah.
And he's going to tell us his story.
Yes.
How his music has evolved all throughout the years. Alam mo tong si Pow Chavez, kilala ko pa yan nung ano pa lang siya elementary, grade 6, I think, grade 5.
The first time I saw Pow Chavez, Philippine Idol.
Philippine Idol,
Back
yes.
in like 2000 something.
Yeah.
Like sobrang like I don't think people would remember na there was a Philippine Idol at one point. Like it was so long ago.
Yeah.
Pero yeah, I mean like a grabing career niya to becoming one of the best minds in terms of songwriting dito
Yes.
when it comes to pop music, a bit of hip-hop as well. And basta ang ganda ng mga genre that he is able to touch.
So he doesn't just write songs for himself as a performing artist, but he also writes big hits for big artists as well. So later on for Day Mix, we'll be talking to the one and only Pow Chavez. But of course, we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. So go ahead and join us. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We got that comment section over there. Always busy, and I always check those comment sections. We are simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM. So to all our listeners, everyone listening to us right now, hello guys, good morning and happy Friday. We are also on the Facebook page of Mellow 94.7 BFM. So go ahead and join us. We love hearing from you guys.
Absolutely. We're always excited to hear from you guys. And remember, so it's a Friday. Hopefully we can go into the weekend with a lot of good vibes later on.
Weekend. Thank
Yeah.
God it's Friday.
Yeah, but you work on Fridays and Saturdays
Kahit
and
na, at
Sundays.
least hindi ako gigising ng 4 a.m.
True story. But anyway, you're going
Yes.
to see a lot of Anne today, by the way, if you stay on this show, on this channel, because she's also been at the forefront later. I'll still be
Yeah.
standing in for Monique Tuzon later on at the Daily Dish. So yeah,
Busy natin, ah.
Yeah, so the whole morning, guys. stay with us. All right.
It's gonna be dominated by the
by
morning
us.
show hosts.
So let's go
Yes.
and check out what's happening on the roads.
That's right. Traffic check for you guys. First up, we take a look at EDSA Orense in Makati. Left side of your screens, those are vehicles heading to Pasay City. Light traffic on that area. Opposite lane, same situation. Right side of your screens are vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Light traffic on that stretch as well. Now this time, we are going to take a look at EDSA White Plains. Southbound looks very busy already. Left side of your screens, those are the vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Moderate to heavy traffic building up on that lane. Opposite side, right side of your screens, those are vehicles heading to Cubao. Light to moderate traffic on that area. Now, heads up to motorists, the expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's a Friday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 9 and 0 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, on to our top stories this morning. The International Criminal Court has rejected former President Rodrigo Duterte's challenge regarding the court's jurisdiction over the Philippines. The 32-page decision of the pretrial Chamber 1 affirms it retains authority over crimes committed while the country was still a state party of the Rome Statute. This court ruling means Duterte's case will proceed at The Hague.
Moving on, Secretary Vince Dizon himself assured no evidence in the flood control scandal was burned in the fire-hit DPWH office in Quezon City. He also corrected a previous statement that the affected building was a testing facility for Region 4B. He said the fire actually hit the third floor of the Bureau of Research Standards. Dizon also clarified that the cause of the fire is not a computer that exploded, but electrical failure. Documents that are reported affected include manuals, references, and reports from standards development, technical services, and materials testing departments.
We have reports that all of these are scanned and 100% backed up in our online and physical drives.
We take document security very, very seriously. We don't take this for granted. We are very serious about this. Any reports of tampering, etc., talagang ina-action na namin agad yan.
So a lot of people were suspicious when we found out that, oh my goodness, a DPWH building is burning. What about the evidence? What about the records? I personally went on the show and said that, alam mo, sana na-digitize lahat. Kasi kung masusunog lang lahat ng evidence, it's so frustrating if that were going to be the case, that everything was just physical and if you lose it, then you lose the trail. But it's good to hear this clarification. And to be fair, Secretary Dizon was also suspicious when he heard the news and inamin niya to the media.
Lahat naman eh. That's why the Office of the Ombudsman is conducting also an investigation on this fire, on this incident. And even si Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla said na kaduda-duda talaga that a brand new building, kasi bagong renovate yata or bagong construct itong section na to, and then nasunog siya, diba? So kaduda-duda talaga. That's why investigations are ongoing to see kung arson ba ito or a deliberate act was done to cause this fire. But according to reports also, the evidence used for the flood control investigation, for the corruption cases, nasa central office ng DPWH.
Yes.
So let's just hope na hindi lang ito papers, documents, actual documents, but digitized nga.
Yes.
Diba? So just in case something happens, the information that they need, all the proof, evidence, naka-digitize and it's safe on the web.
Of course.
And we move on. A former Quezon City congressman is ready to tell all on the anomalous flood control projects, according to Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla.
Nakatanggap din ako ng tawag kaninang umaga, very early in the morning, isang kaibigan ko, para siyang go-between sa isang congressman from Quezon City who wants to tell all.
Ombudsman Remulla did not give a name and says he does not know what district they're from, but expects new revelations on the flood control scandal from their testimony.
Yung involvement niya sa lahat na nangyayari. Tsaka kung paano kalakaran, paano nangyayari lahat yan.
Well, no cover-up in the Blue Ribbon Probe. This statement from Senate President Tito Soto on BNC's Politico Nightly saying President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. himself wants the truth to come out.
Sa investigation, may nagsasabi din po na may political pressure eh. Kaya parang ang tagal, may iningatan, tapos biglang nasuspend yung Blue Ribbon Committee hearing.
Yung sinasabi, SP, na may cover up daw or something?
Sa amin, walang ganun. Walang pressure sa amin. Especially Senator Lacson, hindi
Kung ano yung nandyan.
Oo. Hindi mape-pressure yun ng ganun lang. At saka yung mga binibintang nila, wala bang pressure galing daw kila Speaker Romualdez, kaya hindi ganito.
And Malacanang.
Hindi, Malacanang hindi nakikialam. Walang pakialam. Because in the first place, it was President Marcos who initiated all this. At saka nung huli kami nagkausap before the LEDA, nung huli kami magkausap, privately, galit na galit talaga siya eh. Talaga, imposibleng magkaroon ng pressure na galit. Tapos sinabi, imbestigahan. Pagkatapos tatawagan kami, sabihin, huwag niyo imbestigahan. Imposible yun.
So hands off talaga
Bintang
siya?
lang yun ng mga anti-ganito. Mga anti-ganito.
So totoo na kahit kaalyado niya, kamag-anak niya, hindi niya kakampihan?
Ay, yun ang basa ko. That's the way I sense the executive department, especially the palace.
In other news, Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla has announced he will no longer request for the enforcement of the 2016 dismissal order against Senator Joel Villanueva. This after a document from 2019 was found dismissing the original order. The order for Villanueva's dismissal was penned by former Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales for the alleged misuse of pork barrel funds by Villanueva, who was at the time a CBAC party list representative. That order was dismissed in 2019 by former Ombudsman Samuel Martires, citing lack of evidence. Remulla says he was taken by surprise by the revelation as the 2019 document seemed to be almost a secret. You know what? I feel that this needs to be looked into because according nga to Ombudsman Remulla, surprise itong pangyayaring ito because Senator Joel Villanueva has never spoken about this matter, and even people from the Office of the Ombudsman itself hindi rin alam itong nangyari.
Well, even if he did not know, unfortunately or fortunately, the document actually, there's a reason why he dropped the bid to enforce the dismissal. The document there, which I believe Senator Villanueva did release, we saw the signatures, we saw the content, and it's understandable why he felt very secure with all of it. And at the same time, it's also a very busy time for the ombudsman in general. I mean, like, apart from the fact that we had the item a while ago talking about the new flood control probe witness, you can only imagine that, you know, I don't think he's been in the job for a month or maybe or so. It feels so recent.
I know, pero kasi he has so many things to do.
Exactly.
Kaya parang, diba, so many tasks to perform. And I was able to watch an interview of Ombudsman Remulla yesterday, and sabi nga niya na today niya kakausapin, or yesterday actually niya kakausapin yung this former congressman who wants to tell all. And
Yes.
na-mention niya dun sa interview na the name of this congressman was actually mentioned na by the Discayas. So, I guess if you look at the list ng people that the Discayas have named, yun, isa siya doon. So
Parang,
later,
yeah.
if they were able to talk yesterday, as what he said during the interview, then I guess today malalaman natin what they talked about, ano yung mga revelations na inilabas nitong former congressman who wants to tell all.
Yeah, so you know, when you talk about these congressmen, these legislators, if you recall yung listahan ng mga Discayas, it felt long, but for some people, parang maikli pa yan. So it's gonna be interesting to see what other names crop up, if ever this tell-all does happen. And of course, which are the big names which will come out as well. So let's see if this develops even further. Kasi syempre, we're not even sure about how we're going to find out about it, to be quite honest.
I'm sure he's going to inform the public, inform the media.
Yeah, like I
diba?
don't know. What I mean is I don't know if it'll come out during a hearing or if it'll be a
Yes.
statement
Or a
if
press
it'll be
con, diba?
that would be so interesting to see how that comes out. But I think we're going to move on at this point because we got some sports to talk about because Lionel Messi has extended his contract with MLS side Inter Miami to 2028. The previous 8-time Ballon d'Or winner said that Inter Miami would be his last club. But the 38-year-old football star is showing no signs of retiring. The 2022 World Cup winner led the league in goals this season, scoring 29 as Inter Miami finished third in the Eastern Conference. They're set to play Nashville SC in the first round of the MLS Cup playoffs beginning Friday.
All right, here we go with our first cup of tea. Volleyball player Denden Lazaro never beating the Suplada allegations. A clip of Lazaro is making rounds online after supposedly declining a heart pose with a fan at a fan meet. Some Filipino users online found the encounter funny and a birth of a new meme. Others, meanwhile, thought that quote, maldita behavior is getting a bit old, especially at a meet and greet. Other viral takes on X jokingly bear the hashtag I stand with Ate Den. One user even quipped, God forbid a woman has an attitude and boundaries.
Well,
So nag-decline siya mag-heart.
Mag-heart. So,
Ayan, siya rin!
no, but look, I actually look. I've worked with Den a couple of times, and I love her husband as well, si LA, and I honestly understand, but I want more context as well.
Okay.
Kasi si Den has always been vocal about the respect that she feels that they also deserve when it comes to yung mga fan interactions. Like for example, if you ask someone to dance and they don't want to, and then all of a sudden you post or you publicize that ang sama ng attitude nito kasi hindi sumayaw,
Oo,
right?
ayaw gawin.
Doesn't want to do this or that.
Yeah.
It's how do I say this? It's not necessarily true that if you're a fan, you can ask anything
Yes.
of your idols and you would get it, and if they don't give it to you, they're automatically bad people.
Oo.
I want to see the context beforehand because again, I knowing then the lead up would be what dictates her reaction.
You know, it's okay for celebrities to decline
Yes.
if they feel uncomfortable, if the fans want them to do something that they're not comfortable with, okay lang na mag-decline.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi, I know they're public figures and kailangan, parang when you're a celebrity, when you're a public figure, kailangan mas extra accommodating ka, mas extra friendly. But also, there are times na yung fans medyo out of line na eh.
Yeah.
Diba? They feel uncomfortable. They feel like their space is invaded, diba?
That's true.
The star. So they're okay to decline. Actually, si Hyun Bin, K-netizens love Hyun Bin, pero
Yeah.
there was also a time na nag-refuse din siya mag-heart with a fan.
Yeah.
Ang reason naman niya kasi is he's married. So parang he saves his hearts for the wife. So
Yeah.
yun yung explanation nung manager niya. So hindi naman siya nagsusungit, but
yeah.
they have their own reasons kasi.
Yeah,
So
you're
sometimes
right.
the fans, they interpret this as, ay, ano naman, diba? Not accommodating.
Yeah,
Sungit. Maldita daw, diba?
Or snob. Yeah.
But if they feel uncomfortable, syempre, magdi-decline yan. And that's understandable.
For sure. I just think yung going back to the case of Den, I think it looks worse than what it was simply because yung teammates niya beside her
Pumayag.
did
Yeah.
the heart.
Yeah.
But again, I wish I saw the lead up or what the interactions were right before. Kasi again, knowing then, she would not refuse without reason.
Yes.
So, if we have any insight to that, I'm not saying I'm not at the same time condemning the fan, by the way, for who felt bad. That's understandable as well. Pero for any backlash to say that she's a terrible person because of that, I think
rejection. Maybe the fan felt rejected.
Yes, I feel that is premature to say, or at the same time, not necessarily putting the right thing into context. But that's just me. And again, of course, if ever Denden wants to come on the show, feel free,
Denden, feel free to
text ko na.
yes, message mo. While you message her, let me give you our second cup of tea for today. American media icon Kim Kardashian shares a health scare as doctors found a brain aneurysm in her MRI scan. The beauty mogul revealed during an extended preview of her show, The Kardashians' 7th season. Her doctors say it is mainly due to stress. Aside from filming shows and handling business ventures, Kim says one of the main sources of the stress in her life has been her divorce with rap mogul Kanye West, which they settled back in 2022. So I hope she'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope, this doesn't worsen, her situation doesn't worsen. But, speaking of Kim Kardashian, if you guys can Google yung new look nung daughter nila, what's her name?
Nananahimik si North.
And Northwest. No, but it's on the news as well. Like, people have been posting the new look of Northwest with tattoos on her face. Para siyang si Amanda Bynes. It reminds me of Amanda Bynes, like from that sweet
pero temporary daw yun eh. Yung kay North. No, temporary lang daw.
Temporary, but it's
yeah, I think no.
People have been posting
what I think my partner's worried about is yung blackened teeth.
The blackened teeth,
But it's a beauty standard in certain countries and cultures.
Sige.
To be fair, it is. Like I think in Japan in particular, I think blackened teeth is actually a sign of a royalty and being regal. So yeah, but
and of course, whatever floats your boat.
Whatever rocks your socks, ladies
if that's
and
the look
gentlemen.
that you want,
It's okay, go for it.
And
right?
going back to Kim Kardashian, I hope nga that her situation doesn't worsen.
You see?
And praying for her safety and good health. And that is our tea for today.
Yes, and from tea, we're going to go to an actual meal because coming up next, the Coconut Queen tells us what's cooking. Chef Riza Matibag-Muyot, the founder of CocoKusina, has taken on the mission to show the versatility of coconut cuisine. Her story after the break. Beautiful Day will be right back. Hello, welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Now, the Philippines is the world's second top producer of coconut. Now, coconut is known for its versatility for uses like food, fuel, medicine, and even building materials. But do you know that its versatility in our cuisine? Well, do you know of it, rather? Well, Ninang Riza Matibag-Muyot, the coconut queen herself, tells us what's cooking. Ninang Chef, welcome to Beautiful Day. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for inviting me here. Magandang umaga, beautiful day to all our listeners.
Sanay na sanay si Ninang Riza.
Galing eh. I am so happy you're here. You're such a joy to talk to, and listening to you is just fantastic. So I want to start off first with this new era of yours. 1 year old na po ang CocoKusina, give or take. And when we take a look at how it came to be, can you tell us a bit more about why this particular push, yung direction na to for CocoKusina?
Before anything else, don't call me Coconut Queen.
Yes.
I don't like the title. I don't like to be a queen. I'm just a steward, tagapag-alaga.
Okay.
I love that.
Okay.
Tagapag-promote, an advocate of coconut, and Philippine arts, culture, and ecology.
I love that.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
so what about CocoKusina? CocoKusina started actually only early this year when the DTI visited my restaurant in Silang Cavite. It's Mana Kitchen in Shambala, Silang. We are serving heritage food with coconut, and then they tasted the kulawo ng Quezon. This is puso ng saging with smoked coconut.
Ooh.
And
so
so they asked me, they're going to Korea that time and doing some coconut exposition, because before they are just, bringing the bottles, the packaging, the packages with this coconut oil, all coconut products. And so they thought that it would be better if we can have a kitchen who will prepare the food. So I created this initially as a test kitchen or a laboratory for the experimentation, research of heritage dishes with coconut.
Okay.
And then so that when we go to this exposition, to this fair, here and abroad, we can present the coconut as a dish. And then these are the products that we use in preparing this dish.
Okay.
But more than that, now we've realized that it's not just a laboratory. It
Yes.
is actually a platform or a tool not only for empowering the coconut farmers, but also for culinary innovation and arts, because recently we had the first gastronomy art at Manila Art, the National Art Fair, where we installed like a living art, which is food, and I am with our famous potter Ugo Bigyan,
Yeah.
who did the plates, and we did the tablescape, and of course Agi Pagkatipunan, who did the wooden tables, sculptural tables, and Danny Rayos del Sol is the ostrich egg. So we lighted the whole with the ostrich eggs. So it's a combination of table art and food art. So this is the first gastronomy art that was presented in Manila Art, and maybe even in the country.
But Ninang Riza, before CocoKusina came to be, you were already championing Philippine coconuts, diba? You were using it in your dishes. What started your love for coconuts talaga?
I love
Paano to
coconut.
nagsimula?
I really, really love coconut because I was born in the coconut land of Quezon at the foot of Mount Banahaw. My grandmother, Lola Badang, first taught me using this coconut in our kitchen. And of course, I was sent to college by the coconut. Because I am a CocoFed scholar. So with Ugo Bigyan, also a CocoFed scholar, that's why we bring together the coconut art on the table.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So it's actually a way of giving back to the industry
Right.
that help us to become who we are.
Okay.
How much has coconuts actually, or until now, working with coconuts, helped you reconnect with who you are? It feels like this is probably one of the biggest fuels sa buhay mo, considering where we are right now.
Yes, because my grandfather is a coconut farmer.
Yeah.
And the only way that he can give me is an education. And when I passed the CocoFed scholarship program, that was the start. I studied accountancy. Actually, I'm not really a chef before.
Yeah.
It was just my hobby. But I'm actually a financial advisor. I'm a CFO. And so my first job is SGV and Company. So I'm a
Okay.
finance guy. So it was coconut who made me who I am, from finishing college to having my career
Opo.
to being also doing this advocacy on culture and the arts. All the things that I earned came from my education, which comes from the coconut.
Yeah. And now you're championing it
Yeah.
in
Yes,
this
and-
era.
Yes, and I have been looking for 40 years for something to do to help
Okay.
the coconut industry. And I cannot find anything. Like I joined so many organizations about coconut. But then this time when the DTI offered me to promote coconut via cooking, and so I think this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. And this is because coconut is a great connection, connecting people, connecting culture, and connecting communities, and even to the world. because I was able to go to like Jordan to do food exposition because also of coconut.
So it's a passion fueled by coconuts talaga, no?
Yes.
And then you create coconut heritage dishes. You make coconut heritage dishes. What are your most notable coconut dishes under your name?
Right now, I have been promoting the Calabarzon heritage dishes.
Okay.
So there are 4. So from Calabarzon, Cavite, we have kohol sa gata because I get my kohol from Cavite. So this is escargot with kangkong, and then you sprinkled it with pickled ubod ng nyog.
Oh my gosh,
in a
that sounds so
canapé, in a wonton canapé. So I use the 5. I also now reinventing the 5 core ingredients from coconut. So coconut oil, coconut vinegar, coconut milk, coconut sugar, and coconut aminos. And the mission is to make this core ingredients, the coco core, a staple in every kitchen, be it restaurant, be it in our home, here in the Philippines and around the world. So that's our mission.
I am so upset po that you have guested here. Habang nakadiet po ako ngayon, ang hirap po to listen to all of that because it sounds so delicious.
And to continue,
Okay,
what
go
are
ahead.
the other dishes?
Yes.
So, but you know, kohol is also a heritage dish of the Calabarzon. I represent Cavite for that. And then we have the apta sa gata. Do you know what apta is?
After no.
Apta is like the small shrimp, specifically from Lake Palakpakin of San Pablo, Laguna. I also live in San Pablo, Laguna, so I'm also a Lagoeño. And so some of the other, also in Quezon, there are rivers. So these freshwater small shrimps, we actually cook it with coconut milk and spices, but we put it in a different way. Later, I will discuss to you the reinvention of Manapulutan style. But now, and then another dish is the kulawon ng Quezon, which I learned from my grandmother.
Okay.
So that is coconut milk. You smoke the coconut milk. How do you do that? Then we have to grate the coconut milk, grilled it, and after grilling, get the coconut milk, and then you cook the puso ng saging with that. And that's, of course, with the spices.
Kakagutom naman yan, Ninang Riza.
Yeah, and then of course, we have also the tulingan, sinantulan for Batangas.
Ooh.
Because we have the sinaing na tulingan, you fried it, and then you pair it with the santol sa gata, so sinantulan. So those are the 4 dishes that I presented to IPEX,
Yes.
to even to Jordan, to Amman Jordan in the Jordan International Festival.
It's insane. Everything you mentioned, it sounds so good and
I love
so great. I
sinantolan.
love
Can
it.
I just say?
Yeah, and what I love about how you told that story po is that you also talk about its origins, where it comes from, specifically the region. When we talk about how it helps us connect to yung culture natin, to yung heritage natin, just how important is that factor when you come up with your dishes, and at the same time to remind us kung saan tayo nanggaling.
Because our food is who we are. Our food is what we become. It represents not only our culture but our character, our traits.
Right.
For example, we have kilaw. Kilaw or kinilaw. Kilaw is actually the art of eating fresh food.
Yes.
So kinilaw, from kilaw, you have kinilaw. And do you know that kinilaw is the oldest Filipino dish?
Yes.
And it is
Yeah.
even the precursor. Hindi tayo ang nanggaya ng ceviche and the sashimi
Yeah,
because
nauna
it
tayo.
dates back 1,000 years ago pa. So, tayo pa ang nagsimula niyan because, and that is from vinegar. And what else can we get the vinegar? From coconut. And even the inasal of the Bacolod, the heritage food of the mga taga Bacolod, it's not as good if it's not marinated with coconut vinegar.
Yeah.
So our heritage for coconut, it is like a cultural icon already.
Okay.
And one of the number one, you must say, staple crop or export in terms of in our agriculture.
You know, I think the great thing here is that I'm learning so much, Anne, and she actually coined a couple of terms that we can actually use today because it feels so educational.
Oo, coco literacy, cocoa literacy and cocoa power. Can you discuss these terminologies?
Yeah, cocoa literacy, it's about educating people or giving lectures, demonstration on the coconut food. It's also about giving the benefits of the coconut.
Yeah.
Because there are so many health benefits that we can get from coconut. For example, we have, the tuba itself, it's the coconut sap coming from the coconut fluorescent. It has, it's a prebiotic. Prebiotic meaning it's if the prebiotic has insulin, that when you took it, then it becomes the food for the good bacteria, and it's very good for our gut.
Okay.
So, and it's good for diabetic and ganyan. So that's why right now we are trying to concoct or mix drinks with this coconut sap with prebiotics, and we have successfully mix an aperitif for the Filipino. You know, the other countries like France, they have this aperol, the champagne, but we should have our own. And through tuba, and then we mix it with a balsamic vinegar, and then we can create our own aperitif or prebiotic drink for energy and for digestion.
Grabe.
Parang gusto kong i-sample yun.
Yeah, we have a sample
Oh
later.
my goodness.
which
All
you
right,
can
there you go.
taste.
You know,
So-
when we were talking about, you mentioned it a while ago po, yung Manila art a
Yeah.
while ago. And it's already finished. It ran from 15 to 19.
Yes.
But what were the things that you felt were some of the highlights from that particular event? Because there's so many great speakers, so many great lectures. And what did that remind you of your own advocacy?
Well, number one, when we think of art, we always showcase a painting
Yeah.
or a sculpture or anything that is for decoration for the house. But we forgot that, food is art. Gastronomy is art. So I thought of why don't we present food as an art and install food with the collaboration with the vessels like the plates and the tables and everything, so that we don't just eat, may ambiance. Hindi
Yeah.
lang, hindi lang yung kinakain natin, because only maybe how many % of the Filipinos would love art, because
Yeah.
they think that only the one that are those who are affluent can afford art. But in everyday life we can have art in our food. So that is the reason why I'm presenting like this one. This is the pottery of Ugo Bigyan.
Okay.
And then these are the sample of our food. So it's an art.
So we're
you know?
showing it right now. Ito po yung pottery, as mentioned a while ago, and some of the food. And you mentioned food is art. And
Yes.
the
And it is
plating,
art. When you look at it, it's just
Oh my gosh.
amazing.
Yeah, and then we use also our leaves, like banana leaves, like the pandan leaves, and to top it all, we presented it in a manapulutan style.
Wow.
So-
Okay, so the Manapulutan style, how can you describe that?
Okay, manapulutan is a new food concept that I introduced.
Okay.
Okay. Pulutan, when you talk about pulutan, what will you think or remember? Pulutan is what for you?
Pulutan
Finger
for
food,
me.
appetizer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's an accompaniment for alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is the version of the Filipino. So that's why when I asked my husband, maybe I should use pulutan. No, but it's about alcohol. But no. When I further research about pulutan means pulot, to grab.
To grab.
Okay.
Yes.
So meaning finger foods.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a way of serving food in small plates.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we're not it's the version, it's a Filipino version of tapa. But so even the tapas of Spain.
Tapas, yes.
Yeah, tapas of Spain, because in Spain it's cultural that they drink while they're having their meals.
Yes.
And they always eat in small plates. So they call it tapas. So it's a way of serving. So here I was challenged by IPEX to present the food in cocktails form.
Okay.
So I made, for example, the apta. It is served in a platter.
Okay.
But now we put it in banana leaves with on top,
Yeah.
the apta, and then the garnishing. So I developed this system of presenting heritage food in small plates. So manapulutan means Mana for heritage, pulutan in serving in small plates. So that's the meaning of mana pulutan.
Okay, that's perfect. So right now, Ate Eileen, thank you so much. Coming in. Actually, they have more food coming in. This is a never-ending
This is like
buffet.
a buffet
Oh, this is a
of
never-ending
mana
buffet.
pulutan.
Wow, I am so.
So we're going to give it
wow.
a try.
Yes. So
but
could you describe po, what
Yes.
we have in front of us
Okay.
here? So we'll start off from this side going there.
Okay, so what we have on that plate is actually inasal. Inasal is usually the quarter leg of a chicken, but we make it in skewer
Okay.
for small serving. So alaman na pulutan style.
Okay.
And then the sisig, we also put it in skewer. So instead of, just making it in small pieces, so we put it in barbecue style. And then here, we have there the apta. It's rice toppings with mango and the popping mango buba on it. Then we have that one with the puso ng saging. That's the apta. Yeah.
So that's the apta, the one
Yeah.
with yung puso ng saging. Ito po. Right.
This is the apta,
That's
the one that
apta.
you're holding.
Okay.
Apta sa gata with rice.
Oh,
And that
wow.
one is the kulawo, the one with the cone, the
cone,
banana.
this one, yeah.
That's the kulawo, puso ng saging, cooked in smoked gata. And then we have the canapé, the kohol canapé. Of course, we have some dessert. We always have like
yeah, I'm looking at that one that looks like a kakanin.
yeah,
It's
that's
so
actually
colorful.
that's actually a simple suman.
Okay.
Or our a sticky mango rice with 3 flavors. You have the pandan, the turmeric, and the ube.
Okay.
And then that one on the boat.
I'm gonna give this a try na, Ninang Riza.
Yeah.
This is the apta, right? With popping boba on top.
Yes, and mango.
Popping boba.
And fresh mango.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have the tulingan here.
Oh my God, this is
The
fantastic.
tulingan.
Oh my gosh.
But of course, you have to
Fantastic.
try the tubasuka.
Tubasuka.
Actually, this is our aperitif.
Oh my God,
Or
this is so
aperol.
good. Hold on.
Okay, wait lang ha. Nawala
sarap
po yung
nito.
co-host ko po.
Ninang Riza, this is so good.
Nawala yung co-host ko. So, the tubasuka. Can you
Yeah.
pass one,
Sure.
Ann?
You're gonna give it a try?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
try this
Okay, there you
suka.
So that's made of tuba.
Okay.
Tuba comes from the flour of the coconut. So there are 3 products coming from the coconut flour. So the tuba is
Fantastic.
the mother of this product.
Wait, just to be sure, I drink this straight. Tama.
Not necessarily you can drink it straight.
I
It's
can-
non-alcoholic.
Okay. Kasi naka-shot glass po eh. So, yung,
Yeah.
yung
Because-
inclination ko, i-shoot
Yeah,
ka
because
agad.
it's supposed to be an aperitif.
An
That's why it's in
aperitif.
shot glasses. But
Alright.
it's not alcoholic. It's made
It's
of...
actually sweet.
Yes, because the tuba or the coconut sap is really sweet. There's no sugar that we put in the mixture.
It's good.
Yeah.
Because
And
when you
it
said
has
suka, I
vinegar.
was expecting it to be
Oo nga eh.
sour.
Yeah.
But it surprisingly, it's sweet.
Because it has vinegar and it has like the tuba. Okay, from the sap, from the coconut sap, after a day it will become naturally fermented and it will become vinegar.
Opo.
And then when you put some salt and another fermentation, then it will become amino. And when you caramelize it, it will become sugar. So these 3 products comes from the coconut sap or from the coconut flour. And only the coconut oil and the coconut milk comes from the coconut itself, the matured coconut. So those are the 5 ingredients.
So you've mentioned, Ninang Riza, that you have actually introduced these meals, these dishes to audience overseas, but
Yes,
foreign audience. How have they embraced this Filipino coconut culture, coconut cuisine?
Okay, they love it. But of course, for example, other cultures have their own food, they have own food culture. And so when I went to Jordan, the Filipinos really love the food because they are Filipinos. But then they have another festival coming, and they asked me, so what can we present to the Jordan community? And so I told them maybe because they have they usually have this grilled meat, the kebab.
Yes, kebab.
So they have kebab chicken. So maybe you can use our version of inasal. So you can use
Just
the
like what
coconut.
Pow is trying right now.
That's actually sisig. And then the other one is inasal. So I told them that you can prepare the inasal, and then you can use the coconut vinegar and introduce it to them, and they love it. And then they told
Okay.
me the consul is texting me na it's sold out. Even the Jordanian people love our inasal.
Okay.
So it's a way of like pairing food, because I also introduced the 4 approaches in using coconut products or coconut ingredients. One is the pairing. So if you have, for example, the metse, we have the mana pilutan for the Filipinos. And then, of course, if you have their chicken kebab, we have our inasal.
Yes.
And for infusion, then they can use the coconut vinegar to replace their own vinegar.
Ang sarap nito, Ninang Riza. And we love what you're doing. You're
Wait,
championing.
nakabalik na ako.
You're championing. Sabi mo nga, hindi ka kakain, di ba? Because you have this health thing going on.
There was
But-
sisig in front of me.
Yeah, exactly. You just couldn't say no. But we love what you're doing. You're championing Philippine coconut. You're helping the coconut farmers in the country as well.
How
And
do we go and visit your restaurant? Where
Yep.
can we find it? How can we reach out? And of course, how can we learn more about coconuts and cocoa literacy?
Okay. CocoKusina, actually, the headquarters is in Silang, Cavite. But I also do my kitchen here in Quezon City in case there are some food exposition here in Metro Manila. So it's in Shambala Silang. Shambala Silang is actually the center for arts, culture, and ecology.
Wow,
So
okay.
I do there like tours, because we are accredited by the Department of Tourism. We have Ifugao huts to experience really Ifugao living in an authentic Ifugao hut, because we have a mini Ifugao village. We have an indigenous art gallery and museum for contemporary arts also. We have a restaurant called Bana Kitchen, but and then we can serve this food, but we are by reservation
reservation.
only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm also going around,
Right.
also visiting the farms and the farmers, because as a chef, you are not only supposed to cook. You have to know your ingredients, and you have to plant your ingredients.
Yes.
So at Chambala Silang, we also have herbal garden. We can get some of our ingredients from that, like the achuete, like the turmeric in the garden.
Before we let you go, Po, because we have to wrap things up, I just want to add on a little fact to all of our viewers here who are already, I'm sure, enthralled by everything that was said. You're also descendant of Mariano Alvarez, General Mariano
Yes.
Alvarez, who also is from Cavite. Kaya yung pagbabalik ninyo, I'm sure is coming back to your heritage. For those who are not familiar with General Mariano Alvarez, he was one of the key revolutionary figures in Philippine history, and of course, leader of yung faction na magdiwang dati.
Yes.
And because of that, by marriage, you are related to Andres Bonifacio as well. So, grabe, we have
Grabe
a
yung
hero.
history, right?
We have
Yeah.
a hero here in the
Yes.
building. There's hero's blood that runs through you, and it's so heroic what you're doing for Philippine cuisine and for coconuts in general. So, I just want to say maraming salamat po. And before we wrap things up, Anne loves asking this question
Yes.
at the
Yeah.
end of our segments.
Ninang Riza, our show is called Beautiful Day. So what makes your day beautiful?
My day is beautiful when I start with CocoKusina, brewing to basuka, and then drinking it with beautiful people like you.
Oh, cheers to that.
Thank you
Cheers.
so much.
Yan.
Ninang, can I just say, dahil sa'yo, sira po diet ko. Pero okay lang po
Cheat
yan.
day today.
Cheat day.
Cheat day, yes.
I never do
So
it.
worth
ha?
it.
Thank you so
never do it.
much.
I'm
It's so worth it, Ninang
good
Riza,
at
though.
being disciplined, pero ngayon, wala. Sira.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having me here. Thank you to the Bilyonaryo Channel, and I hope I can collaborate with you with my coconut advocacy.
I cannot wait to talk more about it as well. Thank you so much, Ninang. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, that's what's cooking. And that was Ninang Riza Matibag-Muyot, of course, of CocoKusina, and an advocate and steward. Thank you. So when we return, we'll learn how thousands of Filipinos come together to clean our shores and protect our seas.
Plus, our horoscope of the day with Master Hans Kua. Beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Now, Tropical Storm Salome has weakened into a low-pressure area as we take a look at the local weather first. Its last location was last seen in 270 kilometers west of Lawag City in Ilocos Norte. Now, according to Pag-asa, it is no longer affecting any part of the country and may dissipate within the next 24 hours. Now, for today, there are 3 weather systems that are influencing our country. Now, let's take a look at this. Up north, the shear line or the boundary where warm and cool winds meet is bringing cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms over the Batanes region and the Babuyan group of islands. Now, in central and southern Luzon, particularly over Aurora, Quezon, and the Bicol region, we have the easterlies affecting that part of the country. Now, the easterlies will bring warm winds from the east and will also bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. Now, down south, we have the Intertropical Convergence Zone or the ITCZ. Now, this will continue to bring cloudy skies, scattered rains, and thunderstorms over the Palawan region, the Negros Island region, Zamboanga Peninsula, Barm, Sarangani, and Sultan Kudarat. Residents in these areas must be alert for possible flash floods or landslides due to moderate to at times heavy rains, especially in low-lying and mountainous areas. Let's take a look first at Metro Manila here, because in Metro Manila and the rest of the country, you can expect generally fair weather for most of the day. Now, skies will be partly cloudy, but localized thunderstorms may develop late in the afternoon or in the evening, so it is best to still bring your umbrella just in case. Now, for our sea conditions, a gale warning remains in effect over the seaboards of extreme northern Luzon. This means rough and dangerous sea conditions are still expected in the coastal waters of Batanes and the Babuyan Islands. Wave heights could reach up to 4 meters, so all fishing craft and small sea craft are strongly advised not to venture out. For the rest of the country, seas will be generally calm to moderate. Good enough for most sea travel, but always check the latest weather updates before heading out to sea to ensure a safe trip. Now, moving on, every year, thousands of Filipinos unite to protect our oceans through the International Coastal Cleanup. This 2025, over 16,000 volunteers joined forces with the DENR to collect more than 56,000 kilos of trash from coastlines and waterways, proof that collective action can make a real impact. To tell us more about this year's cleanup and the continuing efforts towards cleaner, more resilient seas, we're joined by Ms. Mariglo Rosaida Laririt, the Assistant Director of the DENR Biodiversity Management Bureau. Magandang umaga po. Thank you so much for joining us.
Magandang umaga sa iyo, Paolo, at sa lahat ng iyong mga tagapagpanood at tagapagpakinig.
Let's start off first with an overview po of this year's International Coastal Cleanup. We always do this, but then what made this one in particular special, and why is it important that we keep on observing yung International Coastal Cleanup?
So, salamat una sa lahat sa pagkakataong ibinigay ninyo dito sa amin from the Biodiversity Management Bureau of the DNR. Dahil ito talaga ay isang trabaho na mas marami ang nakakaalam, mas gumagaan siya. No? So, ang tanong mo ay, what makes this year different? Well, just a little background. This movement started back in 1986. No? Ito'y naging bahagi ng ating bansa mula noon. Nagkaroon pa ito ng presidential proclamation para lamang maitalaga ito tuwing ikatatlong Sabado ng bawat Setyembre ng taon. So, itong mobilization na ito, yes, you are correct. This is something that we may say is spearheaded by the DNR from government, being the agency that's in charge of, protecting the environment, including waste management. But sa tinagal-tagal ng movement na itong International Coastal Cleanup, I think it is accurate to say that all over the country, napakarami ng mga ahensya, hindi lamang ng gobyerno, but also private sector, individuals, groups that have actually spearheaded in their own local sites. But for DNR, ang naitala po natin ay 289 sites this year sa ating 16 na regions nationwide. So ito ay isang collective effort. More than anything, this is a demonstration of everybody's sustained commitment to be stewards of our coastal and marine ecosystems, our oceans, and to advance our shared goals, like you said, towards a resilient and sustainable environment.
Ma'am, how do you pick kung anong mga cleanup sites? Or is it chosen by mga local communities or mga organizations that do want to participate in this particular cleanup? Or does the DENR have mga priority sites po?
Okay, so over the years, meron tayong mga na-assign na italaga na ng mga volunteers or co-volunteers, partners in various sites. No, the goal is for us to add to these sites as many as possible. Earlier, you mentioned 16,000 volunteers. Actually, Paolo, yung 16,000 volunteers na yan ay para lamang sa National Capital Region. No? All over the country, naitala ng DENR at sinasabi kong naitala dahil I am 100% sure that maraming hindi naitala or maraming hindi nakapagpatala for
Opo.
one reason or another, weather being one of them. But I am sure that the number is so much bigger, and we got a total of 103,400 volunteers all over the country who work hand in hand to address this growing marine litter problem of ours. No? So when we say 103,400, that includes a variety of national government agencies, mga local government units, mga non-governmental institutions, schools, even churches, private sector partners. No? So in other words, itong trajectory natin over the years, bagamat dahil din sa pagdami ng tao, dahil din sa pagdami ng pwedeng mga produkto na makokonsume, no? Dahil ito naman lahat ay kasabay ng paglaki ng ating populasyon, ay dumadami ang ating basura, totoo po
Yes.
yan. Pero dumarami rin ang ating mga kababayan na nagiging aware at nagmamalasakit para sa ating karagatan dito sa aspeto ng solid waste management.
Well, Ms. Mariglo, that's great news na over 100,000 at least ang recorded in terms of mga volunteers. But of course, you
Yes,
need to look at yung profile din of the waste collected because if we're also saying na 56,000 kilos, is that also po in NCR or just in NCR or is that nationwide po?
That indeed is only from NCR.
Okay.
No? So that 56,000 kilograms of trash, around 5.6 tons, and all over the country, approximately, we were able to gather around 445,200 kilograms of trash, Paolo, across all the participants, no, across all the participating regions. And the most frequently collected items, I think, I get asked that all the time.
Yeah.
So when you do cleanups, not just the big one, which is the International Coastal Cleanup, what do you come across with? No, what are the most frequently collected items? And
Yes.
I have to say it's just around because you can also count them one by one when you pick them up, regardless of size. This is for the characterization of what sort of waste it is. Food wrappers, Paolo,
Okay.
would comprise the majority of the trash items that we gather.
Single-use plastics po or the food wrapper or food wrappers in general?
Well, it's a combination of plastics, yung pinapangbalot,
Opo.
at the same time yun ding mismong balot, yung kumbaga yung packaging nung mga food items na ito, no? So, I guess this really mirrors our consumption patterns, no? And that indeed, so much has been mentioning this, so much has been talked about when it comes to the way we Filipinos are so inclined, obviously, to look for items that are convenient because of the lifestyle, fast-paced. Everyone is moving. Everyone is working so hard. It's also very widely available in the market, so accessibility plays a role. At the same time, of course, cost, no? Because frankly, mas mura ng dihamak ang mga processed items
Yes.
kumpara sa kung ikaw ay bibili or kakain sa restaurant or maghahanda ng pagkain na pupunta ka sa palengke, fresh ingredients and so on, no? So So that's it, no? Food
Opo.
wrappers comprise the majority of our litter that we pick up.
Ms. Mariglo, we're gonna have to wrap up in just a bit. But first of all, I want to congratulate you po on yung effort ninyo. Over 100,000 volunteers, an incredible amount of trash collected. And the problem, I'm sure, is not gonna go away anytime soon. Before we let you go, can you give us a short message of how we can encourage yung public po natin to be able to fight for a cleaner seas, healthier planet, and of course, sana dumami volunteers at kumonte ang basura moving forward. What message would you like to leave?
So, well, we all know about reusing, recycling, and so on. And we really call for reduction of waste, because once it enters the supply chain, once it enters the stream of, the flow of things in life, it's very difficult to address it already, no? So it will require more and more resources for our country to address our waste problem. And so to each and every Filipino, ang ating hashtag ngayong taon ay tayo ang solusyon. Alam natin, bahagi tayo ng problema, pero bahagi rin tayo ng solusyon na ito. So isabuhay po natin nawa ang itong hashtag na ito or tagline na ito sa bawat araw. Kung tayo ang solusyon, pinag-iisipan po natin ng mabuti bago tayo bumili. Kailangan ba natin ito at saan mapupunta itong basura na kasama nitong ating bagay na binibili. So, and there's a whole lot more that we can talk about, Paolo,
Yes,
when we
po.
have time. But for today, it's really that, no? Isipin po nating mabuti. At kung hindi natin ito alam kung saan mapupunta, baka po pwedeng ipagpaliban muna ang pagbili niyan o wag na muna yung bilhin kung hindi po natin sigurado kung saan ito mapupunta.
Maraming
Kasi
salamat po.
malamang
Opo.
Malamang po ito ay mapupunta sa dagat.
Yes po.
Yun po
Maraming
ang
salamat po. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
all those insights. DNR Assistant Director Mariglo Laririt for all those insights, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you po.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it for Weather HQ at the moment, and back to you.
Thank you, Pow. Now it's time for us to find out what the stars have in store for us today. Let's hear it from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! Beautiful day with me, Bilyonaryo Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang ating horoscope ngayong lovely Friday, October 24. Para sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat, bawasan ang alat at mga process na pagkain, blue at 5. Oksaman panahon na para ayusin ang gulo sa schedule, mag-prioritize, red at 7. Tiger naman, magpahinga kung masakit ang batok, ulo, mental overload na yan. Yellow at 3. Kay Rabbit naman na may babalik mula sa nakaraan. Tanungin ang sarili kung ito ay closure or temptation. Green at 6. Kay Dragon naman na may paparating na request para sa tulong. Maging bukas pero may limitasyon. White at 9. Kay Snake naman tayo, iwasan ang cold treatment. Mas nakakasakit ito kesa sa malinaw na usapan. Pink at 4. Ito naman, Care of the Horsey, may chance na kumita mula sa simpleng hobby o talent. Orange at 2. Kay Year of the Sheep naman, araw ng silent wins. Hindi grand, pero steady lang. Gray at 8. Kay Monkey naman, may bitin na conversation. Ngayon ang tamang araw para linawin ito. White at 6. Kay Rooster naman tayo, may matitipid ka kung susundin ang instinct. Huwag puro bili. Violet at 9. Kay Dog naman tayo, alagaan ang tuhod at joint. Mag-warm up exercise kung palaging nakaupo. Brown at 1. Kay Year of the Pig naman tayo, maganda ang takbo ng araw, steady lang, pero walang sagabal. Gold at 7. Paalala lang, ito po'y patnubay lamang. Dahil ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ha, ang horoscope of the day, dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank Thank you, as always, Master Hans Kua. Now, from BINI's Pantropiko to Nadine Lustre's Paligoy-Ligoy, he has been making waves with his musical genius. And if that's not enough, you might also recognize him as the distinct voice behind the viral rap track Biglang Liko. But before we dive into his story, Pow Chavez kicks things off with a live performance of Bahaghari right here on Day Mix.
Malayo may pinagma. Okay. Pag malayo ka, kapag ako ay nagsiselos na, kinikilig sa tuwing kausap ka, iba't ibang kulay ang nadarama, matingkad sa aking paningin, yeah. O talagang kapansin-pansin, parang bituing naniningning sa ngiti mong pagkatamis, ako'y nahumaling. Walang kabuhay-buhay, saya't maraming kulay, ilang bagyo may dumaan, pumusang malakas na ulan, pagkila nito'y may babahaghari. Ang pisngi ko pagkatabi kita, kapag ika'y nakakatampo na, pag di ka na silayan o sinta, ikaw ang siyang pintor at ako'y obra, matingkad sa aking paningin, yeah, yeah. O talagang kapansin-pansin, parang bituing naniningning, oh. Mananatili ako sa iyong piling, walang kabuhay-buhay, saya at sobrang kulay, ilang bagyo may dumaan, bumusang malakas na ulan, pagtila nito'y may babahaghari, gawa ng iyong liwanag ang dilim, biglang kumupas, ako'y nabihag mo, pumiglas man ay walang bakas, iba't ibang klase ng kulay, hatid ng iyong pag-ibig, gaya ng sa bahaghari, bahaghari. Binigyan mo na, bumusang malakas na ulan, pag-ila nito, binigyan mo ng kulay, ilang bagyo magkasama tayo, may bahaghari, pagkatapos ng ulan, may bahaghari, naging makulay buhay.
Pow Chavez, ladies and gentlemen, on Day Mix. Come join us right here.
Goodness.
Oh my goodness. Alam mo, itong si Pau, bata pa lang yan, friends. But welcome to the show. It's so good to see you again, Pow. And of course, you opened the segment with Bahaghari. That's a great song of yours, one of your big hits. When you look back to when you first wrote and recorded that song, did you ever think, napatigil ka ba and then, naisip mo, wow, I've really come a long way na?
Actually, hindi ko naisip. Wala ko naisip na ganun. By the way, this song is one of the songs that I did not write.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So this was written by Paolo Madrid.
Okay.
One of our songwriters in Flip Music.
Wow.
So I requested na nung una demo lang siya. Ginawa ko siyang demo. And then I asked them if nobody picks it up. Akin na lang. Sabi ko, akin na lang because I like Bahaghari. Parang sobrang relate ako because of LGBT things.
Yes.
So I was thinking maybe I can sing it in a Pride event or something, which happened already.
Yes.
So I'm so happy to share this song with everyone.
Oh, it's fantastic. Of course, it's nice that Paolo wrote it also. Kasi basta Paolo panalo eh.
Oo nga eh.
Oo.
Bakit gano'n?
Hindi ko alam. Diba? Basta ganun. But of course, I also want to talk to you about yung mga songs that you did write. Because yung mga genres that you go into, it feels like, so there's obviously yung mga pop. We know Paligoy-Ligoy. We know, of course, yung Pantropiko. And it's, for me, yung versatility mo is insane eh. So when you go and talk about yung ability mo to write hits like this, saan yan nanggagaling? And can you tell us a bit more about yung songwriting background mo?
Actually, yung songwriting parang surprise, discovery or skill or I'm not sure how to label it, but I forced myself to write. Especially after Filipino Idol back in the day. Sabi ko, if I wanted to be an artist, I have to learn to write my own songs. So, nung una, syempre, parang, ang pangit.
Nung simula.
Ka naman.
Oo, ganun ako. Sabi ko, paano ba nila ginagawa yung maganda?
Okay.
Pati yung magandang melody, paano nila ginagawa yun? So, ano talaga, we learn things, di ba? So we usually start from scratch, even from the ugliest creations. But, yun, from there, natuto ako and then I started writing for others. And it's easier pag alam mo na ano yung susulat mo para sa iba. But for myself, when I started writing, more of experience. So, yung mga sad songs ko dati, talagang sad yun. Sad times.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it started from experience, my own experiences. And being inspired by what other people are doing or what they are feeling. Depende sa artist na pagsusulatan ng kanta.
So do you find it easier to write for other artists than to write compared to writing your own tracks?
Siguro ngayon, mas madali na magsulat for others. And it's harder now to write for myself because when you're getting older, you start letting go of drama.
That's so true,
It's
though.
so hard to write for myself these days.
Okay.
I haven't written anything for myself in a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting. Kasi, syempre, you are comfortable writing for others. But the normal thing is what people say when they write, you write what you know.
Yes.
So ano yung approach mo when you write for others? Do you collaborate? Do you talk to them? Do you kind of siguro therapy session mo ba sila bago magsulat? How does that process work?
Sometimes, like before nakasulat ako for Sarah G, pinag-aaralan ko yung syempre yung range and yung story nila. Maybe it's something they can relate to their parents or their dog. As simple as that. I research about them pag artist. Like the most recent one na ginawa ko, I ask, anong branding niya? Yeah, I have to know kasi baka mamaya hindi bagay. Kasi I wrote other songs na parang, sabi ni Bojam, our head producer.
Yeah. Sorry, I just want to jump into that because you brought up a good point, yung branding nila. So, let's use BINI as a great example here because obviously Pantropiko,
Yes.
very sabihin natin bubblegum pop, right? In a way. And now they're shifting directions as well. How do you see that in terms of yung evolution nila as an artist, and of course you being part of yung evolution na yun?
Yeah, well, we're truly honored. Sobrang honored kami that we were a part of that part of their career, that point in their career. And if they are changing now in terms of sound, that's really healthy and that's really good because there's no way to stay in there but to keep up. And it's good to innovate, keep innovating, share new sound kasi people, we think ito lang sila. And the music that we produced before, yung Paligoy-Ligoy nga, hindi ko akalain na magva-viral ulit. And that was more than, 10 years ago?
Right.
So, parang, nung mga time na yon, ang sabi sa music namin, ang taas, diyan magugustuhan ng masa. I truly don't believe that because Filipinos are talagang malalim na mga musikero.
Yes.
Marami tayong magaling na musicians. And around those times, there are a lot of undiscovered talent. Pati sa songwriting, sa producing ng mga kanta, ganyan. So, sabi ko, I don't believe that. Kaya yung mga kanta na yun, sabi ko, okay, so it's good na people can hear those things. And now look at the P-pop scene, diba?
Yeah.
So, we're very happy about it and let's keep innovating lang.
You know what? I agree with that when you said na nung una sabi ng mga tao masyadong mataas yung sound, but I remember when we first introduced flip music tracks on Wave many years back.
How many years?
A lot of years.
A lot of years.
A lot of years.
Noted
Eh,
lang.
kasi diba, we launched your single there,
Yeah.
diba? Iba talaga yung sound ng R&B when it's produced by let's say flip music. Talaga you elevated the sound of R&B, hip hop R&B, diba?
Thank you.
And you mentioned yung song ni Nadine nag-viral ulit after so many years, and one of the other songs that you collaborated with yung song with Ron Henley, and you know that it's my super personal favorite.
Thank
Biglang
you.
Liko.
Thank you so
Alam mo
much.
yan, I always tag you when I play Biglang Liko. But unexpectedly, nag-viral ulit siya sa TikTok 13 years after its release. Why do you think people picked it up again after such a long time?
I'm not really quite sure about the formula.
Okay.
For some reason, even unknown artists, pagka nag-viral doon, pumuputok talaga siya. Which is actually good. Kasi parang, okay, hindi ko rin talaga alam. Sometimes, when we recorded that song, that was very random. Kasi yung bahay ko and the recording place where Bojam used to live, nilalakad ko lang, nasa likod ng bahay namin. One day he said, Lika, record mo tong song ni Ron Henley.
Okay.
So, naglakad lang ako, andun na ako. Tapos, mabilis lang yun, wala pang isang oras. Tapos, ayun na.
Tapos naging hit.
Yeah, I think the most spontaneous songs, kasi parang out of fun, nagawa mo siya eh.
Yeah.
So, siguro yung formula is you enjoy it, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And you know that, regardless kung magustuhan nila o hindi, matutuwa ka.
And it's such a catchy track, ha?
Yeah, it
If you
is.
listen to it, talagang yan nga ang isa sa mga gym yung music when I work out.
Of course, I mean, look, it's 13 years young, diba? It's an adolescent right now, or getting there. But I love yung library mo eh. Like for your own songs and of course for the songs that you write for. And just having to use BINI as another good example again because of the fact that Pantropiko was so iconic. It was worldwide, right? It really reached a certain level. And at the same time, you mentioned it kanina, and I love it that you said that change is healthy. Change is healthy for in terms of yung sound and yung evolution nila. Ano masasabi mo sa mga nag-hate sa change of direction? Na those who are not necessarily a fan of how things would change. Like some people would want BINI to stick to what they sounded like, or would want siguro other P-pop groups also not to change, just to sound like what their hits were. How would you approach fans who say that, considering yung mga hits mo dati pa, bumabalik naman?
Yeah.
We can't dictate naman sa ibang tao. But if that's what they like, it's okay lang din. Kanya-kanya naman yan eh. But yun lang, yung change kasi is constant. So siguro there's a certain way of approaching change for magkakaiba siya per individual or per group of people. So okay lang. But syempre it's good. Ideally, it's good that we are able to adapt.
Yeah.
Kanina nga, he mentioned that yung change ng direction ng BINI, you think it's a healthy move.
Yeah.
Diba? On top of everything, you are also hosting this podcast.
Yan, healthy rin yan.
Spill the Tea podcast, it is.
Oh.
It dives into conversations about being trans. So what inspired you and your team to start this podcast?
Shout-outs nga pala sa co-hosts ko. Si Bam sa si Gian. By the way, Gian is part of RuPaul's Drag Race PH. He's one of the parang pit crew there. So first trans man siya doon. And si Bam naman, siya yung brainchild nitong podcast because what we noticed was there were no enough representation. And we want to make sure na, magpakita tayo. Let's show up for mga Filipino people kasi we also want to make sure that we are able to share yung info, the right info, and we are able to share yung mga proper channels, especially for those who are transitioning kasi may mga iba who are self-medicating. So, dangerous yun kasi whenever you do something like that, talagang risky siya. So, best na may doctor na nakakausap, may mga tao na makakapagbigay sa'yo ng advice para alam mo yung gagawin mo.
Yeah. Sorry, because we're talking about other things as well. Your podcast obviously is a big deal. I encourage you all to see it. Spill the tea. Yes. And of course, another thing is that you're also into paddling.
Yeah, I've been doing dragon boat naman with VP Dragon Boat team.
I had to clarify it that when we say paddling, we mean dragon boat eh. Kasi kung paddle ka or pickleball, ganun, ibang usapan rin yun eh.
You've been doing that for a long time now, right?
Yeah.
Yes, since 2009.
2009.
Yes.
Wow. Parang hindi ka nawawalan ng energy.
Pampabata yan eh.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, we grow old, start aging when we treat ourselves as parang old people na we can't move, 'di ba? So ako din, this is something that I want to be I want to keep myself in kasi gift ko to my future self.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alam mo, there we saw the fitness journey post here from Kinetics as well, and we're seeing that in general. So first of all, good luck to that. I'm sure you're not done yet, diba?
Not yet.
Not yet. I get you 100%.
Yun nga, before we wrap things up, are there any projects in the works for you?
Well, for me, I'm now doing a lot of songwriting.
Okay.
Sometimes I do gigs, but most of the time we promote na yung podcast. So please check out Spill the Tea. It's over Spotify. You can listen to it or watch it. We have our videos there. So 2 seasons na kami. To all our trans gender brothers and sisters, this is for you. So yun. By the way, I'd like to say hello dun sa main writer ng Pantropiko, si Angelica Sam of Wink.
Yes, that's
so,
right.
Ko doon, parang secondary songwriter. I added mga vocal arrangements doon. And my siguro most significant contribution would be Pantropiko. Oh, so
importante yun, ha?
Yeah.
And Wink is another girl group that you are promoting. Flip Music is promoting, right?
Yes.
Hopefully we can have them on the show soon.
Yes.
Alam niyo na, Wink.
Alam na. We have an endorsement
na on-air
from
booking
Pow.
na yan. But before we let you go, Pow, our show is called Beautiful Day. What makes your day beautiful?
Basically waking up and seeing everybody here, it's already a beautiful day.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
And it's just so fantastic. You do so much.
Yes.
Podcast, flip music, songwriting, even
you.
performing. And we're so happy you perform for us here as well.
Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat. And
Thank you for
hopefully
having
we
me.
can hear from more of you and from you
Yes.
very soon.
Singer, songwriter Pow Chavez, you have
you.
come a long way. Thank you for being with us today.
Coming from 06. 06 Philippine Idol. All right, now let's count down our days to Christmas again because we're getting closer and closer, ladies and gentlemen. We only have 62. Oh my God.
62.
62.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful days.
Mamaya
of
tuna lang
Christmas.
yan.
Oh, okay,
6
nagtatrabaho
tapos
pa rin
maging
tayo.
2. We're not complaining though.
We're not complaining.
Yeah, our
We
bosses
love
are
it.
watching.
Yeah, I know they're watching. I love it when they watch. That's our wrap on our show this Friday, October 24. Thank you so much for joining us. Ako po si Paolo de Rosario. Remember, keep it cool, take it easy.
And I'm Asis-Carilo. Quick shout out to my beauty sponsors, Lift Clinic and Pino Beauty Lounge. And thank you, Our Home, for our fantastic set. Have a great day and a great weekend ahead. And always remember to choose joy and spread love and kindness wherever you go. See you again next week, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
Beautiful day!